I don't know if you recall, if you've got partial recall or total recall, like the film. You know, the good version, obviously, with Colin Farrell. See, what I did there was a little jokey joke. I implied that the good version of Total Recall is the more modern remake with Colin Farrell, which is obviously a big pile of wank. I've not even seen it, so I can't really judge. But I can judge. It's fair to say it's a big pile of wank. Anyway, don't know if you recall, a little while ago, maybe late last year, I drew a commission. I might have worked on it during the podcast. I don't recall. I don't have total recall, evidently. It was a bear with the head of a walrus. A walrus-bear, a bearus. I don't know. The guy wanted it. He said, "Hey, could you draw this?" And I was like, "Sure." I mean, obviously, I can draw anything. I just choose not to draw everything because some things are boring. And the same guy commissioned me more recently, and it's about time I got around to actually doing the thing, frankly, to do more drawings of the bear walrus, the bear with walrus head. And he I think therefore possibly to be logos for something he's doing or something. So he wants a few of them in different positions, different sort of action fighty poses. And he specifically requested to have rough sketches of them to go along with them. And I presume, you know, if he is using them for some sort of logo or something, he wants to see them before they're finished to make sure they are appropriate for his intended purpose, which is absolutely fair. And I said, yes, give me some fucking money, and then we're good to go. So, like I say, about time I actually fucking got around to doing that. I've been slacking on commissions a little bit because I've said before I had so many after I did the £50 commissions thing, and burnout is a real thing. It turns out, you know. Realistically, I guess not necessarily realistically, but physically, I can fairly easily manage a commission a day. Sometimes more than one. If they're just like black and white drawings, I can get a couple of those done in a day. I physically am capable of doing that. I have the skill and ability and time in general, usually, to do so. But if you do, you know, 5 of those in a row, 5 a day, some of them are more intensive paintings, some are just drawings. Do 5 of those, 1 a day for 5 days. That's quite a lot. And then you do another one and another one. It takes out. Not necessarily that it shouldn't, but, you know, because in one regard, it's just drawings. But at the same time, it's a lot. And like with some of them, I spend fucking hours and hours, if it's just one character, trying to come up with a fucking pose to draw them in. I've complained about it 1,000 times before, and I will 1,000 times again. But it's the most annoying part of any commission where it's just like a character. Do you draw them just standing there? That's easy enough, but kind of boring. Do you draw them in an action pose? Do you draw them in a really expansive action pose? Or just a little bit of movement? And then it's like, you don't want to, because I have a few poses I like chop and change, but you don't want to just do the same couple of poses all the time. Because then if you show all of your paintings or drawings, it's all the exact same positions, but just with different characters in those. It's a whole thing, yeah. So it gets a bit much, is my point. So I've sort of been trying to do other things as well, Gun Viking. Anyway, Jesus, shut up. So I'm drawing my inspiration for the bear with the walrus head, I decided it made sense to go with owl bears, which is a monster from the Dungeons and Dragons universe, called an owl bear, which is fairly self-explanatory. It's a bear fucked an owl, and then it gave birth to an egg which hatched into an owl bear. It's the body of a bear, head of an owl, ferocious monster. Terrifying. And I did that because I was looking at just pictures of bears, which is all well and good, but they're a bit sort of like, again, it's sort of the difference between drawing a bear or drawing a character just standing there doing whatever, and then drawing a character in an action pose. So the photos of bears, even if they're like doing things, tend to be like this, fairly standard and boring. So I figured, look for action poses, owl bears, because if you Google owl bears, they're usually charging or clawing or running or attacking or something. So they're more action posed. So I figured it would make a more interesting drawing to base it off of owl bears. So I drew one here just to give you a sort of vague idea of what they look like. This is just copied from a drawing off Google Images. But the owl bear miniatures are good because, again, the miniatures tend to be in action type poses. So I've got to draw a few of these. So I figured I'd do a few rough sketches based on owl bear minis and then stick a fucking walrus's head on it. And walrus's heads, let's see, I've got Google Images up. Obviously I drew a walrus head for the previous commission, but it's good to familiarise yourself, because I have the same problem I had with drawing Millhouse for that comic. Is I have in my head, oh, I know what Millhouse looks like, cool, yeah, easy, and then I draw him a bunch of times, and then if I suddenly look up pictures of Millhouse, I realise, oh shit, my drawings actually look nothing like Millhouse. I've just been assuming he looks a certain way because I figure I know what he looks like, but then actually he fucking doesn't. So walruses look something like this, and they've got tusky wusks, and then they have like mustaches or whatever. Vaguely something like that, and they've got like levels to their heads and shit, which you can show with lines. That looks walrusy, doesn't it? So you just apply that to that. I think it'd be quite funny to make the walrus head relatively small. Like the owl head. If the owl head was like huge, it might look quite funny actually. it would almost look more like an owl. If it was like the size of an owl, it looks like Wolverine because I don't know how to draw owls. And it was like that. Looks like a Hello Kitty character. That would be quite funny. That's more cute. But since it's like the owl head is like that, and then the bear body is like this, it's more ferocious and intimidating. So if you have the walrus head be enormous, then it becomes almost funny and cute. But if you have the walrus head be smaller, there you go. Character design classes from Blue and the Pooin, Ewan, Dewan. Did I ever tell this the funny, hilarious story of when I was in church and we were in the youth group, which I've mentioned before, which I did have some fun times in some of those years. It wasn't all horrendous, just mostly. We were writing our names on the board, the whiteboard or the chalkboard or whatever it was. I think it was a whiteboard. Some of the churches were old. Some had more modern facilities like whiteboards. Wow. I think we were playing a game for like Pictionary or something, just whatever. So everyone was putting their names on the board, to mark down points. Now in the group there was a Josh, there was a Jack. Jack's younger brother was named Jed. I swear there was another J as well. Josh, Jack, Jed. There was a John. I think he was known as John Joe. He wasn't called John Joe when he was like younger, like a kid, and then he grew up with the name John Joe, and I think he hated it. And then they wrote my name, and because it was all J's, they put a J and then wrote Ewan, and realised it says Jewan. And that was very funny. That was hilarious. Much laughter and hilarity ensued when they realised, hey, Ewan, if you put a J in front of your name, you're a Jew. Which is quite funny. I mean, you know, it's not really nice to... There's nothing funny about being Jewish, you know. Apart from the weird beliefs that make you just act fucking insane. Says me. That make you act insane. Hey, let's draw a walrus with a fucking bear's body. It'll be really good. That's pretty good. That's quite a good one. That's come out pretty nice. I'm pretty happy with that. As far as like a rough drawing goes, and this is I based this off of a photo from Google of an owlbear miniature, like a little toy owlbear. But now it's a walrus-bear, a bear-walrus, a wall-bear. Mark Wahlberg. Fucking hate Mark Wahlberg. He's one of those actors who just... I can't fucking stand his face. Just looks irritating. Him. Ben Stiller is a big one for that for me as well. Cannot fucking stand Ben Stiller's face. And like his mannerisms and the way he acts. Even if it's just in interviews and stuff, just him as a person, he just sort of aggravates me whenever I look at him. So I can't take him seriously in any role he's in, and I hate every film he's in. And Mark Wahlberg is exactly the same, especially when you try to put Mark Wahlberg in like a comedic role or like a serious / action role. He just doesn't suit the fucking part at all. So the only part he really would suit is no parts at all. He's fucking annoying. Says me. Yeah, I criticise Jewish people for being insane. I criticise world-renowned famous actors for being annoying. As if I'm not fucking exactly that, if not worse. Who's worse? The people who do things that you think are kind of annoying, or the people who sit there fucking sneering at it all, going, oh, they're all shit. Oh, if only I was in charge, I'd make everything good because I know what's right. Me, bloody me. Aren't I fucking great? Seen this? It's slain the horned god. Oh, what did I say last time? The horned god. Oh, it's slain the horned god. But instead, we're going to look at this because I fancy. Oh, someone's downed a Red Bull before the video. I fancy looking through the Glenn Fabry tale because somebody on Instagram who looks at comic books as their thing on their page, they had something. Oh, they had the first 3 books of this, and they were saying, hey, these are really good, the stories are like meh whatever, but the artwork's really, really cool. And I said, I agree, but you're missing out one of the best ones, which is the Glenn Fabry / Jim Murray one at the end. And so I just thought I'd re-look through it for my own, just because I want to. And I figured, you know, why not kill 2 birds with one penis? Fuck 2 birds at once, put them end to end, right through the cloaca, out through the mouth of the first one, and then into the cloaca and out through the mouth of the second one. And then you can twist each one alternately as you fuck them. Fucking birds. That's cool. Look at the fucking texture and shit straight away, man. The texture in that Batman. That's cool. There's I noticed a few tricks Glenn Fabry uses, which I assume I like to kill time. As I mentioned, looking at the Horned God last week. Oh, 69, that's funny. There's a few tricks where parts like this, you can see he's not using too many layers of highlighting or anything. It looks like he's got maybe even only one shade of green in the paint here. And then he's putting it on with a couple of layers to, like, you know, it's thinner so it goes darker over the underpainting, and then more layers it gets a bit lighter. So he's just doing that. And then similar with the shirt is just one shade of orange and then one shade of red for the bow. But it really works because the shadows are dark and he's got them in really good places. Like he's creases. Glenn Fabry does creases very well. Sometimes too many, as I've pointed out before, but he does them very, very well. And the skin doesn't have too much sort of highlighting or rendering, but he uses the contrast very well and sort of cheats, not cheats, but like saves a lot of time and such. And like the backgrounds are just basically single colours, so he's saving time there as well, which is, you know, a necessary thing to do. I love these. These similar to when in the Slain comics he's done, where Slain goes warpy and fucking berserk or whatever, and it all stretches and bends and pops and stuff. That's really cool. His hands are always fucking immaculate. The creases in the jacket and stuff. We love a grey panel in amongst coloured panels. And again, purple background, red, orange, red, yellow in here amongst the grey. Just single colours. And that's all you need because it pops. And it's good because it pops against the grey of Joker as he's warping out of whatever. So it's good to have the contrast there and just single colours. Sort of all you need, really, innit? And then Dread shows up. This is cool. I want to... I've looked at the original art for this online, but I'd love to see it IRL blown up. This huge Rapture bubble jet party thing. And all these weird people around. These punks and freaks. I love this, where you can see the underpainting and he's just painting the creases over it. Just single colours, nice and easy, basic shapes, but it looks so good because he does it so well. And these blue people are cool. The bigger one, the fat one with the bag over his head. Because he's some, I don't know, some hot blue dude. And he's got two blue babes with him. And then behind him, a fat one with a bag over her head. It's kind of mean, but it's pretty funny. The lighting's really cool. Just using white as well. Just white sort of rim lighting on some of them. And then using an airbrush just to make the glow. It's really, really cool. Spasm, little kid picking his nose, naked bodies. Glenn Fabry doing what Glenn Fabry does, because I think he got noticed. He got noticed originally for his anatomical drawings and things. So whenever you see Glenn Fabry, whenever he gets a chance to like draw his anatomical stuff, it's really, really good. It's really funny, the newscaster, and there's like an old-timey joke of like, you see newscasters on TV, they could be wearing anything under the desk that you can't see. And that joke's been used again and again and again, but it's quite a good one here, where he's got fishnet stockings and high heels and a little miniskirt on. And that's a really good angle. It's really well painted with the glass desk, with his arms on the desk and the frosted glass around it. A good angle for the screens, showing the dark judges behind him and the cameraman and everything. The insert panels, all the talking and stuff. Dread. You always know a set of Fabry lips Painted so well, man. More little people. Love them, love them, love them. The dark judges in these crystals. Those are really well painted as well. The rim lighting on there, I don't know how well you can see it, but it's really good. Gives just enough texture and what not. Dredd running through these people on his bike, blamming them up. This guy flying out the way. The gun is really well drawn. Yeah, it's, you know, not too much to it, but it's a cool design. Good painting on the gun. The guy's legs as he's being fucking bashed away. Just the painting on like the muscles on the legs, the creases on the shorts. The shoes have good detail in them. When I paint shoes, I just paint like foot shape and then leave it blank because it's just, oh, they're wearing dark shoes. It's whatever. To put the detail in that and on the socks and stuff. And creases, the creases. Fucking good. The angle on that dread. Oh. I could look at these a lot, and I do. So the Joker's warped into Megacity 1 and he's got a hold of the dark judges in their crystal prisons or whatever. That's a cool splash panel. Is it splash panel or splash page or whatevs? Like it matters. Who gives a fuck? Batman. Oh, the painting on that, man. And again, let's see the creases on that glove. It's like an unnecessary amount of creases and things on the glove. But, you know, maybe it would look silly if it was too solid, too plain. They're using like a sledgehammer and this, I don't know, fucking robotic jackhammer thing to try and break the dark judges out of their crystals. Can't quite manage it, and then they freeze it. And then they manage to crack it open and the ghost of Judge Death comes out. Tries to go into the Joker. I can do nothing with a mind like that. He can't affect the Joker because the Joker's hopelessly insane. And I like this. They're obviously looking for the Dark Judge's Judge Death or whatever, and there's this guy, I guess, dressed up and pretending to be Judge Death. So he's got like Halloween gloves on and random bits stuck to himself. He's got cereal boxes for knee pads and stuff. And Dredd shoots him, realising it's an impersonator. I only did it for a laugh. Drocking ha. Really good angle on Dredd there as well. His head down to his foot and his hand. The dead guy on the floor. God damn, Mr. Fabry. Cool, like Dredd, or Death, rather, Judge Death ghost thing. All lumpy and sinewy with his skin. And then they use this. It's almost like something out of Sonic the Hedgehog. It's like mosquito with a mosquito robot with a big vial on its ass, and it sucks in one of the Dark Judge spirits, and they use it to fly over to this high-ranking judge and inject the Dark Judge into him. And that's really cool with the green glow on his face. Judge Anderson doing a yoga, getting the Glenn Fabry anatomy in there. And this panel, I've always been a bit iffy about it. I don't know. Like, it's well drawn, well painted. It's an interesting angle. Something about it just looks off. I don't know. And, you know, it's probably completely anatomically correct and painted and drawn as it should be, but I don't know, it just feels weird. Maybe it's just the undercarriage there, or something about the neck and the hair. I'm not quite sure, but it just looks a bit odd. Good shit though. And every panel, even the basic ones, they're just like, it's a painting. It's a whole ass painting, man. That's a really cool Batman panel. Not much to it, but like, it's fucking good. And then the Joker's got a bunch of schmucks dressed in Dark Judge outfits, ready to take on the Dark Judge ghosts or whatever and become the Dark Judges. And this is the page I saw. This is the first thing I ever saw of the Batman Dread crossovers. I saw this page online and I was like, holy shit, the fuck is that? And then after, like, it took me forever to even realise that, like, that's a Glenn Fabry panel or page. It clicked and I was like, oh shit. So I was looking it up, Glenn Fabry, Dark Judges, whatever. Then I found this whole thing. I was like, man, blown the fuck away. The angle on the helmet there's a little bit odd, but like, how else do you paint that angle of the head tilted back with the helmet on it and stuff? The texture on fucking, what is it, Judge Fear, oh there you go, he's got his name badge. Death, Judge, the other one, and then Judge Mortis is the one with the cow skull in it. Is it Judge Fire or whatever? Yeah, I love the colours. Purple glow, orange glow, green and the blue, the glow in his helmet, the textures, his tummy creases and everything, chains and shit, and the spirits all going into the bodies. The fucking neck there, the hands. And the Joker goes into one of them and becomes his own Dark Judge or something. And then these pages, I'm not sure, because I think some of these are Jim Murray. You can clearly tell, like, there's a difference in painting style. I don't know if some of it might be drawn by Glenn Fabry and then painted by Jim Murray. And then some of it might be drawn and painted by Jim Murray. But that's Fabry. And that's Murray. So they obviously worked on, like, some of them together and then some of them separately. And like that looks like it's drawn by Fabry but painted by Murray. And this might be the same but like really quickly painted by Jim Murray. Doesn't look like he spent as much time on it. And the cover by Fabry, and then we get into the Jim Murray full on extravaganza. But yeah, I just man, Glenn Fabry is a fucking wizard, isn't he, really? Can't beat that shit. What's this? What's this? There's something on my dick. What's this? What's this? Oh no, I lost my dick. What's this? What's this? I still haven't developed my freestyling skills since last week, so sadly, none of that to come. This is a little rough drawing for what I might put on the front cover of this sketchbook, which will be drawn with those Posca pens. As I was saying, look, with all the Posca cunts, piece of shit cunts that I was hilariously going on about last week. Just a cool guy on a skateboard, and it says radical in the background. And in my head, zombie. Whoa, that was a weird one. In my head, it's like weird 90s style with like 90s designs around it and 90s kind of style text. 90s colours and things. Because the colours of Posca pens I've got are fairly like relatively basic and neon, and so I think doing it in a 90s vibe might fit those colours that I've got. I don't have a turquoise, which is quite annoying. I might have to just order just a turquoise. Just because I like turquoise. It's one of my favourite colours. Did you know? Turquoise is one of my favourite colours. The more you know. The more you know graphic. There you go. And the little noise it makes. Wow, Red Bull doesn't seem to last as long as the caffeine pills. And, you know, sometimes, depending on how many I've had in any sort of given amount of time, the caffeine pills don't always last that long. But it seems to be that Red Bull lasts the least longest when I'm looking for energy bursts. Don't even like Red Bull, but I was going to say it does the job. Maybe it fucking doesn't. Clearly not. It clearly not doesn't. It clearly not doesn't the job. Ooh, radical. That's Snake from Metal Gear Solid. Otacon. I need to go raspier. Liquid, radical. I'm not a fucking impersonator. Maybe my impressions aren't great. Let's not fucking judge. Liquid, Otacon. Just like one of my Japanese animes. Radical. And obviously, no, it was Snake from The Simpsons that I was. Oh, radical. I'm taking this thing to Mexico. Yeah, right, I'm not in it. Shut up. I draw pictures, that's what I... God's sake. Oh, I should have made him a goblin, shouldn't I? He should have been a skateboarding goblin. Maybe I'll redraw it, and I'll redraw him as a cool skateboarding goblin. And still have it be radical, man. But just make him a goblin instead of a human. Oh, did you see... Futurama's been renewed, as I understand it, for an entire new season. New episodes. I can't see anything going wrong with that. With trying to keep a franchise alive longer than it maybe ought to. What could go wrong? The Simpsons is still going, and that's really, really good still. So it's not like they could fuck Futurama up. Huh? Huh? Why? I mean, why would they fuck it up when they could not? I mean, maybe it'll be good. It might actually be new Futurama. Maybe they'll have the same writers and I don't know. And it'll be cool. But you know, history would suggest otherwise of past instances of that sort of thing turning out just to be shit. So that's fun. That's fun and funny, isn't it? Radical! Wow! Whoa! Check it out. Totally rad, dude. Whoa! Maybe I should just draw more Wahlbergs. I was gonna do cock. We all like a bit of cock, don't we, lads? I forgot about the Bobot bear. That changed significantly because that was prior to the commission I was doing of a robot bear, which turned into fucking this. Quite the difference. I think I'm really happy with how the actual thing came out. I realised I went back and looked at the message, and realised the guy who wanted it had given me sort of reference of like he wants it kind of like this, but kind of cute still. So I did edit my original design, and that's what I came up with. But there was something I was gonna draw purely, I don't know, maybe just for clickbait kind of fucking whatever. And it might not be what you'd think I'd usually draw. But I'm going to do it anyway, mainly because then I put it in the thumbnail, and then people will see it and be like, oh, that's cute, let's watch this video. See, it's. I don't even know if this is showing up. I apologise if not. I'm drawing Hello Kitty in a funny little tiger costume because it's cute and people will like it and they'll see it and go, oh, look, that's cute. That's what we call pandering. I should have drawn her in a panda outfit, because then it would really be pandering. I'll have to do that. Let me write that down. Let me get rid of this Josh, Jack, Jed, John, Joe, Jew. That's funny as well. Shit, where's the just because then there was also a guy in the group of lads called David. Did he go by Dave or David? I think he went by David. And then they put his name, and it was Jadavid. And everyone laughed at that because it just doesn't work. Literally pandering. Get it? I'll draw that at some point as a thing. I'll literally be pandering to people. Do I have an orange? No, red, yellow, pink. No orange. Of course! Why would there be an orange? Why would anything be remotely useful ever? Let's use my other markers. I'm sure I've got an orange somewheres. Maybe it won't even run out. Oh, nice bright orange. Just about. I know I said turquoise was one of my favourite colours, but if I had to pick a favourite colour, orange is generally probably it. And I don't like to say that because having a favourite anything is a bit of a weird, I don't know, not necessarily childish, but like especially when it comes to colours. I don't really have favourite. I mean, obviously I like pink because I use pink a lot, just because I think it makes for nice pictures of a certain variety, and the certain types of tools I use tend to do well with using pinks and such. But when it comes to having favourites, it's like, well, I don't really have favourites because they're all just colours. Because I'm too grown up to have favourite things. Do you know why I say that? Because I saw it in a film and I was like, yeah, that is childish to have favourite things. I'm an adult. I don't have favourites because I'm a fucking grown up who, you know, struggles to leave the house because I'm afraid of the outside because I'm a grown up. It's funny because it's true. Bow should be more rounded, I think. And this is running out. Shit. The main, well, not the main issue, just one issue, I guess, with the Posca pens is I'm going to have to do this whole thing that you have to do beforehand to actually get all the shit flowing before you use it. So I want to do like at the start of a video of drawing the thing on the cover, do the thing where I like slap the book down, pour the pens onto the book, and then start drawing it. But before I actually start drawing it, I'm going to have to unwrap the plastic off the pens, do that whole thing to get the paint flowing, then put them aside, and then start the... It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. Let's get some pinky pink in there. And it will be funny as well because I'll have this in the thumbnail and everyone will be like, what? That's so weird and random. Ewan, was he drawing Hello Kitty in a tiger costume for? That's so bizarre. Let me see what that's all about. I'll watch the video. And then you watch the entire video all the way to the end to see me go, oh, I'm just going to draw this now for no real reason, with no context or anything, just because... It'll be funny for clickbait. Maybe more people will watch the video. I don't know. That'll be funny and interesting, won't it? No, it won't. Ewan. Aha. I think I was really good. I think I saw this because it was posted as like because in the Lunar New Year. It's the year of the tiger, 2022. It's the year of the tiger. And so it was like a Hello Kitty Year of the Tiger edition in a little tiger outfit. Oh, isn't that cute and relevant and nice? Let's ship some more units. Let's sell some more Hello Kitty product because people will buy it because it's relevant to the Lunar New Year. Bit of a cynical way to look at it, but it's probably true, isn't it? I saw that and I screenshotted it because I thought it was cute, because I do have a heart, regardless of what some people might think, based on how I act, how I talk, how I carry myself, how I interact with others. I thought it was cute and I thought, oh, maybe I'll draw that. And then you can look at that cynically and think, well, maybe I thought I'll draw that because it will get a lot of likes. That's the whole point, isn't it? That's the only reason to do anything these days, is because a lot of people might like it online. And therefore, it's worthy of having time spent on it. Otherwise, what's the point? If it's not going to put my engagement up on the Instagram, then what's the fucking point? Just babbling, Jesus. It's me talking about fucking, oh, Ben Stiller's so annoying, fucking Mark Wahlberg's so and there's me going, well, I feel because my engagement, I'm going to draw Hello Kitty, and Hello Kitty's she's a product, she's only made so people can make money, she's not even... I say she. What's Hello Kitty's preferred pronouns? Is it even a she? It might not be. It might be a boy. I don't know. I'm almost 100% sure there is. Almost 100% sure. Which is not 100% sure. As it happens. I'm a large percent sure. Let's Google Hello Kitty. There's got to be Wikipedia straight away. Nope, it's all products. Of course, there you go. Hello Kitty info. Fucking bio. There we go. Hello Kitty bio. Let's get a biography. Oh, Hello Kitty was born, not created, born on November 1st, 1974. She's fucking old. She lives in suburban London, England, with her what? With her parents George and Mary White. What? Hello Kitty has a twin. This is all new information to me. Her real name is Kitty White, per official character profiles. What? That's bizarre. This is she, and her actual name's Kitty White. That's kind of funny. I have a friend named Kitty. She's not made up. Shut up. She's not. Quick. We need a bit of yellow. I feel like I'm in a rush. Why should I feel like I'm in a rush? There's no rush. It's all good. All the time in the world. It's your fucking podcast. You make it as long or as short as you want. Like my dick. Oh, isn't that cute and nice? That'll make it a nice, cute thumbnail, won't it?